Last August, Chinese companies signed a major agreement with the Cambodian government to jointly build a $1.7 billion mega project, the Techo Funan Canal. This new 180-kilometer waterway will become a key infrastructure construction in Cambodia, and it is expected that upon completion, it will have a significant impact on the lives of 1.6 million local residents. Not only that, the construction of this new waterway may also have a far-reaching impact on the geopolitical landscape of the entire Indochina Peninsula, especially from Vietnam's strategic perspective. The Techo Funan Canal is undoubtedly regarded as a thorn in the eye and may shake Vietnam's long-standing control and influence over the region. In today's video, we will explain how important the Techo Funan Canal is to poor and backward Cambodia, and what benefits will the completion of this new waterway bring to China. If you find today's video interesting, be sure to subscribe to the Insider Truth channel so you won't miss any exciting videos. Now, let's get into today's topic. Did you know? The construction of Techo Funan Canal is not a matter of a day or a night. This is a huge canal project, which takes 4 years to complete and costs as much as $1.7 billion. So why did Cambodia spend so much money and time to build the Techo Funan Canal? This starts with Cambodia's geographical location. The country is located at the crossroads of the Indochina Peninsula and has a coastline of about 460 kilometers. Along this coastline, the most important port is Sihanoukville, which is Cambodia's only deep-water seaport. However, the problem is that Cambodia lacks a large river connecting the north and the south. Although Sihanoukville has excellent natural conditions, Phnom Penh, the capital of the country, is located inland. The estuary of the Mekong River is located on the Vietnamese side, which means that transportation between Cambodian ports can only rely on roads or railways, which not only has limited capacity, but also very high costs. Moreover, Cambodia's coastline is mostly mountainous and port construction is relatively backward. Therefore, 33% of the country's foreign trade cargo throughput must pass through Vietnamese ports, which means a large fee and is vulnerable to Vietnam's restrictions. As early as 1975 to 1979, Vietnam had put pressure on Mekong River shipping, causing great suffering to the Cambodian people. Although the two sides signed an agreement in 2009 and Cambodia obtained most favored nation treatment, the problem has not been fundamentally solved. On the contrary, this has deepened Cambodia's economic dependence on Vietnam. This situation makes the Cambodian people feel very uneasy. They very much hope to get rid of this dependence and enhance their strategic autonomy. Therefore, in May 2023, the Cambodian government proposed the idea of building Techo Funan Canal, hoping to change the status quo through this project. As far as I know, the total investment of Techo Funan Canal is about $1.7 billion US. It is the largest infrastructure project in Cambodia's history. The starting point of the canal is located in the Basak River, the mother river of Phnom Penh, a tributary of the Mekong River, and the end point extends to Kampot province on the southern coast. The canal will span 4 provinces, namely Kandal, Ta Keo, Kampot, and Kep, and aims to connect the Mekong River with Kep province on the southern coast of Cambodia, so as to realize direct access from the capital Phnom Penh to the sea. The canal is 180 kilometers long, up to 100 meters wide, and 5.4 meters deep at its deepest point. It is designed to accommodate 3,000-ton cargo ships, with a safety gap of 0.7 meters. It also includes 3 navigation stations and 11 cross-river bridges. So can this canal project fundamentally solve Cambodia's dependence on Vietnamese ports? As we mentioned earlier, the Mekong River estuary has always been controlled by Vietnam, which means that Cambodia's international trade depends on Vietnamese ports. Once the canal is completed, it will benefit 1.6 million residents, significantly reduce transportation costs of about $2 billion and completely reduce dependence on Vietnamese ports. Just imagine that in the future, starting from Phnom Penh, goods can directly reach the international market through their own waterways and no longer need to detour through the ports of Vietnam. This change is like finally installing a separate bathroom at home, which is convenient and full of freedom. More importantly, the economic benefits brought by this canal are also obvious. It is expected that the annual throughput of the canal will reach 1 million metric tons, which will contribute more than 5% to Cambodia's domestic GDP each year. In addition, this large-scale project will also bring more than $1 billion in foreign investment to Cambodia and create thousands of local jobs. However, according to the project plan, the canal project requires $1.7 billion in construction funds, which is about 5.5% of Cambodia's GDP. Even if Cambodia empties all its funds, it will be difficult to raise such a huge sum of money. As for technology, Cambodia's infrastructure is relatively backward, and the entire country has a limited number of excavators. This canal project not only involves a large amount of earthwork, but also needs to solve a series of technical problems, such as how to ensure environmental protection, how to ensure the safety and stable operation of the canal, etc. It can be said that this huge century project faces huge challenges in technology and funds. Under such circumstances, Cambodia can only find other powerful countries to cooperate. At the 2023 International Cooperation Summit Forum, China's Global Cooperation Development Plan gave Cambodia hope. After many in-depth discussions between China and Cambodia, the two sides signed the Techo Funan Canal Project Framework Agreement. According to the agreement, China will invest $1.7 billion to build a large canal of more than 180 kilometers for Cambodia, connecting Phnom Penh Port and Kep Port. After that, China sent a technical team to survey Cambodia's terrain for several months and developed a detailed implementation plan. In August last year, the Techo Funan Canal project was officially laid, and Chinese companies have sent a large number of large machinery and engineers to Cambodia. As of March 1st, 2025, the first phase of the canal has completed 21 kilometers of construction and is expected to be completed by 2029. So, what are the benefits of all this for China? Why is China willing to invest in this project in Cambodia? At present, China, as the largest investor in the canal, and Cambodia has also made a commitment that the project will be promoted in a build-operate-transfer model. After completion, Chinese companies will obtain exclusive management rights for the canal for 40 to 50 years and have operational control rights, including toll collection. This canal project relies on the natural waterway of the Mekong River, which originates in Yunnan, Guizhou, and other places in southwest China, and flows southward into Cambodia through the Lansong River. Compared with the traditional route around the Strait of Malacca, the canal can shorten the voyage by about 3,000 kilometers, which can greatly improve China's transportation efficiency in the field of shipping. And in the long run, Chinese companies have mastered the management rights of the canal for decades, and future income can fully make up for the initial investment cost of $1.7 billion and even achieve greater profits. At the same time, the China Laos Cambodia Railway project has also made breakthrough progress. In the future, as the China Laos Railway extends to Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia, Yunnan and the southwest inland areas of China can achieve direct cargo to the South China Sea through the China Laos Cambodia Railway and the Techo Funan Canal. This will provide a new outlet for China's southwest region, improve the convenience of foreign trade, and further promote economic ties with Southeast Asian countries, accelerating the pace of the Belt and Road construction. But interestingly, before the start of the Techo Funan Canal project, Vietnam's reaction can be said to be the most intense. They continued to put pressure on Cambodia and sent senior officials to visit Cambodia as soon as possible. The Vietnamese military also quickly launched intensive diplomatic activities And there were even rumors that the Vietnamese army conducted a series of military exercises on the Vietnam-Cambodia border. These actions clearly show that Vietnam is very repulsive to the Sino-Cambodian Canal project because the handling fees, storage fees, customs clearance fees, and other management fees allow Vietnam to make a lot of money, which is a cash cow for them. However, Vietnam is not the only country that is worried. As a world power, the United States is naturally highly vigilant about China's geopolitical moves. They are worried that China may take this opportunity to establish a naval base in Cambodia and use various means to discredit the canal project in an attempt to prevent China from expanding its influence in Southeast Asia. However, the construction of the Techo Funan Canal is still progressing smoothly. Before we end today's video, remember to hit that shiny subscribe button. This way you will receive more insider information on projects as soon as possible. Looking forward to sharing with you next time.